drop some teenology, which means I'm about to spill some positivity. Okay, my apologies about my light, okay, because it was working just fine. But what had happened was I was doing some stuff over the weekend, trying to get ready for this live and trying to get my equipment together for my upcoming video. So um, let me share this with y'all because many of you may not know this because I don't really come live as often as I would like to, nor do I post as much as I would like to, but I'm going to start doing that, okay? So I am the author of this amazing book, Confessions of a Housewife, Secrets She Can No Longer Keep. You can get this book, you can get an autographed copy of my book. Is a very, very, very good book about a young lady, Miracle Carter, who beats all the odds, everything that try to hinder her, hold her back, keep her from overcoming and becoming great. She overcame every obstacle that was intended to stop her. Okay. And so it's a really, really great book about resilience, about faith, about love, and about survival. Survival, using everything that she was gifted with, her street smarts, her book smarts, her teachings from her grandmother, all of that. Such a good book. So you can get your autographed copy over on my website, talesbytmarie.com, or you can get it on Amazon. Okay. So let me tell y'all what the purpose of my video, my comment live is tonight. This necklace seems a little short. The reason that I'm coming live tonight. So as you can see, I'm in one of these type of slings, right? So I'm going to be in this thing for 6 weeks. This coming Wednesday will be week 2. And so the story, first of all, the title of this live is Why This Accident Was My Wake-Up Call, okay? In terms of my relationship with Christ. It had already started. I had already started reconnecting with the Lord way back in 2021. Okay. And so in 2021, I started reconnecting with God because I just felt him absent from my life. I had not been connected to a ministry in a while. I was looking for a church home, just moved back to Texas during the pandemic, in 2020. And the church that I was attending before I left Texas, it's far from where I live now. And then it's just, I just wanted something different, something new, a fresh start. And so I've been visiting churches, couldn't find anything. So then I just started to study the Bible on my own and just really get into the presence of the Lord on my own. I don't know if I like this, not having this light. It's just seems like ain't right. But anyway, I'm sorry. So anyway, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what happened. What happened? This story really starts in July of 2023. Because I had gone through so much in July of 2023 when I lost my nephew. And then in August of 2023, I lost my brother. He was stabbed to death. And so the crazy thing, what's so crazy about this journey is that in August of 2023, we got a phone call from the hospital on August 2nd, 2023. We got a phone call saying that they had a John Doe in the hospital, in the ER, that's an ICU, that had been stabbed multiple times and that was not doing well, and that my mom's phone number was listed as a contact. And so we all immediately rushed to the hospital and learned that the John Doe really was my brother. And then he died 3 days later. Then he died on August 5th. And so this year, on August 2nd, 2024, I had been invited to a bike and brunch event with some ladies. And I got the invite like a week ahead of time, but I was busy flying on the aircraft and just busy. I'm always busy. That's my thing. I'm always busy. So I was just so busy flying. And I saw the invite, saw who it was from. I was like, yep, I'm a support. Boom, clicked it, not thinking about the date. I realized that the date was August 2nd. I'd already decided that that weekend leading to the anniversary of my brother's death, I was just going to stay home, wrap myself up in his blanket, spend time on my couch, long time with my brother and my peace of mind is what I had decided. That particular morning, August 2nd, 2024, my husband and I, we got up, we prayed, and I was feeling a little somber, a little sad, really just wanting to stay home, not really wanting to show up at this event. And my husband's like, babe, go, you deserve it. You really want to start getting yourself out there again. You said you were going to start doing that. So go, everything will be fine. Now, my spirit had said, now, your brother going to make sure that your day go how he wanted to go, right? So sure enough, I show up to the event. Everything's wonderful. We hop on our bikes. We start our journey. We didn't even get on the journey, baby, because I didn't fail. My bike began to wobble. Well, actually, I was trying to show one of the young ladies how to use my selfie stick not use my selfie stick, but we were using my selfie stick I was showing her how the live loop works on iPhone. I don't know if y'all know how to use that, but if you got your phone on live and you take a picture standing still in front of a moving background, it'll show you in a still shot, but the background moving. So I thought it was really dope if we're riding past a water fountain that she could use that for some of her content. I wasn't getting the content. I was showing her how to get the content. So anyway, I'm on my bike. We give it one try. We look at it. We was like, oh, that does look kind of dope, but we need to be closer. So as me and the other girl get closer to ride our bikes, my bike started to wobble. So when my bike started to wobble, your baby was like, oh, shoot. I put my foot down, not paying attention to where I put my foot. And I put it down instead of putting it on the ground, because I was really just trying to put it on the ground and just kind of stop, period. But I put my foot down on the ledge of the water fountain. And by doing that, it was so wet. Everything was wet. My foot slid, my bike slid, I slid, and boom, fully submerged in the fountain we go. My shoulder was dislocated from that fall. So when I fell in the fountain, I dislocated my shoulder, and I end up, the ladies were so swift, baby. They were swift like the wind. I can't even tell you what all happened, other than the fact they got me out the fountain, they got my phone, they got my glasses and whatever jewelry fell off or whatever, got me in the Jeep, got me over to the ER, and got me in the emergency room right away. They helped me get my shoulder back into place. Then I had to get an MRI, and I got to get into that whole story. I don't want to be before you long. 20 minutes is my longest time, so I'm trying to go fast. So anyway, long story short, with the day that it happened, I was just so sad. Like, I was so sad the day that it happened, because I had already felt in my spirit that something crazy was going to happen on that day if I left the house. I'd already felt that. But also, I was sad because the weekend, like leading into August, so this was on August 2nd, so like September 30, no, not September, July, like the end of July, early part of August 1st, I was so happy. That's why we got to have joy. See, this is the main reason you have to have joy. And the reason you have to have everlasting joy is because of this reason. So I was just so happy, like leading into August, because everything was perfect, because I have been experiencing a lot of setbacks, like a lot of setback, like setback after setback after setback. And finally, I felt my second wind coming. I felt my help had come, honey. And so I was just happy. I mean, I was celebrating the fact that we were getting ready to go out of town to celebrate my husband's 40-year class reunion. I was excited about the fact that I was getting ready to do my own bidding for my client schedule, and I had figured out how to get the dream schedule. I figured that out all on my own. I had studied, and I was ready to put my bids in. So, I mean, everything was good. I was financially sound. I was emotionally sound. I was mentally sound. I was just of sound mind and body, right? And then this happens. So I'm in the hospital, like even on the way to the hospital, while I'm sitting at the edge of the fountain crying, because I just can't believe I messed up their whole day with this accident. I was like, I can't believe I messed everything up, And the young lady was like, that's trauma talking, girl. We got you. This is good. We got you, right? So that happens. I go see the orthopedic surgeon, because once I left the ER, their instructors were to schedule an appointment with an orthopedic surgeon immediately to see if there's further damage other than just a dislocation. Sure enough, he orders an MRI. I get the MRI done. I come back to the doctor with the MRI results, and he says to me, "You have to have surgery." Now, in 2014, I had a routine surgery. And in that routine surgery, I was supposed to be an outpatient, just like with this shoulder surgery. Baby, I flatlined. I flatlined on the operating table. I went into anaphylactic shock. God spared me in 2014. It was a very emotional experience for my husband, a very traumatizing experience for me. I haven't been touched by a surgeon since then. I haven't had any surgeries, anything. I ain't gonna do it because I went into anaphylactic shock and they had to resuscitate me. So anytime a person has been resuscitated, then you already know what that means. That means that the person died. Okay. So when the orthopedic surgeon began to tell me the only way to fix my shoulder was through surgery, I flipped. I spazzed. I lost it. I said, "Sir, I'm not having surgery." So he got his little skeleton thing to show me what my shoulder looked like and what my shoulder needs to look like. So he says, "You go to physical therapy, and we'll take it. You go get those medical records in your hands. Let me take a look at those medical records, and then we'll go from there. Because if you don't want to have surgery, that's your decision. However, you will have very limited use of your arm and your shoulder if you don't have this surgery." So I was obedient. I went and got the medical records. I started physical therapy. Now, this is the interesting part. When I went to pick up the medical records, I usually just am on the go, honey. They going to give me the records. I'm out of here. Thank you. Right? Nope. The Holy Spirit that day says, "Sit still. Sit still. Read the report of when you went into anaphylactic shock." So I read the report, and as I turned the page, it's just something about saying turn the page. As I turned the page, I saw in the second paragraph, it says patient was resuscitated. In that moment, I went to God again saying, "Why, God? Everything in my life was going so great. Everything was so perfect. Why?" I'm thinking he gonna say, because like I was doing at that moment, I was sitting still. I thought he was gonna say, "So that you can rest." Baby, now he said, "Pay attention." He said, "Pay attention." So that's all I kept hearing is pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. So this live kickoff is a 7-day journey of me sharing with you my journey of what God is calling pay attention. So the reason this accident is my wake up call is because of those words, pay attention. Because ever since my accident, excuse me, that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been paying attention. So whenever I get out of the car now, instead of just getting out the car and putting my foot down, baby, when I open the door, I'm looking down, then I'm putting my foot down. Anything and everything that I'm doing now, I'm paying attention. And God is so intentional because everything, the volume of everything in my life right now is on 1,000. Anything a person says to me, anything I overhear, anything that I see, I am paying attention. What I want y'all to, what the reason that it's so important for me to be obedient on this 7-day journey of paying attention is because of this reason here. When I was disconnected from the Lord, y'all already know that that means that it was so many distractions. So many distractions. Since I've reconnected with Him, the distractions are ones that I bring on myself, right? Whereas when we're disconnected from Him, we don't really pay attention to the distractions because it's normal when you're disconnected, to not recognize a distraction. But the interesting thing is that, and or you bring on these distractions yourself. But then sometimes when we reconnect to the Lord and we do have the discernment, there's just something about how we feel like we have to do everything, show up for everybody, be there for everyone. And what I got in pay attention is God really wanted me to pay attention to not necessarily what's happening in the moment, but pay attention to the journey. Pay attention to all the things that He's brought me through. Pay attention to the second chance that He's given me. Pay attention to the things that He wants me to do that I keep running from. Pay attention to how I spend my time. What am I spending my time on? Pay attention to how I'm treating my husband, my family, my friends, my business, myself. He wants us to pay attention. He also says that the main reason I need you to pay attention is because of where I am taking you. Every single place that I place your foot has purpose, even if it means you fall in a water fountain. That has purpose. That has purpose. So for over the next 7 days, guys, I'm just going to come on this thing. I'm going to share with y'all some of the revelations that I've gotten. Not necessarily since my accident, but ever since I got the revelation of God telling me to pay attention. Because even before the accident, I felt like He was telling me to pay attention, but I just wasn't paying attention. But now this was a wake-up call for me. After this, after injuring my shoulder and only being able to use one arm, one hand, can't drive, got to sit still. All of those things have, yes, it's brought me closer to the Lord in the sense that I'm studying my word a little bit more. I'm quicker to read a self-help book or read the Bible or study the Bible rather than being out willy-nilly, silly-dilly, all in these Damascus streets, right? So I am so grateful for whoever has chimed in, whoever will share this video, whoever will tune in with me all week just to kind of hear my journey. And then I want to invite you, I want to invite you to share with me a place. Just drop some love in the comments. Share a place with me in your life where you feel like God was asking you to pay attention. What I can tell you that I know that people will say things like, this could be a blessing in disguise. And I so agree with that. Like, this is the first time I ever felt like, if ever there were a blessing in disguise, this is it, okay? Because I know that prior to the accident, I had been, going to God about some things that I wanted to do, things I want to do in my business, things that I want to do in my, what I call my hobby, my content creation, because it's a hobby right now. It's if it ain't, you ain't getting paid for it. We're going to go with the IRS definition of what a hobby is. If you ain't getting paid, it's a hobby, okay? But it's something that I love, that I know that I'm great at. But I don't know, I have a lot of fear there. And so I feel like this is just another opportunity that God has given me to utilize this time to start leaning toward that. So I could be sad, I could be depressed, I could be, oh, poor me. But I don't have any of that. Like, this is nothing but joy. Like, this is going to be a joyful journey. And I'm glad about it. Now, do I like wearing this slang? No. It's messing up my style, my fashion. But there's purpose behind it. So be encouraged to join me over the next 7 days. I'm going to come in, share some things with you guys, some of the revelations, some things that I'm overcoming, some of the things I'm going to be doing, which is very, very exciting. But I will share this with you about positivity. One of the greatest blessings, one of the greatest, I'm sorry, y'all, I'll be obsessed with my hair. I'm sorry, because y'all, I don't know if y'all saw when I started, it was like, wee, ooh, wee, and I was, So anyway, one of the greatest outcomes or one of the greatest revelations that I've gotten so far is what God has been calling me to do, which is Positivity, okay, which is a storytelling platform where what we do is we take stories of overcoming and triumph and resilience, and we align those with biblical narratives. Okay, we align the narratives with biblical truths. My bad, which are the receipts, which is God's word, because y'all know His word don't return void. Okay, it don't, right? Man gonna let you down every time. But the word of God is promising. And so He's been wanting me to do that for years. Okay. Since 2019. But I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, because I am not a Bible scholar, nor do I nor do I want to be anybody preacher at all. It's not my desire. But I do have to be obedient. If God is saying, listen, I want you to spill the tea. I want you to do that, but you are positive on purpose. You are my little ray of sunshine. Okay. You are the poster child for resilience. You are the poster child for overcoming obstacles. You are the poster child for triumph. So you have these stories based on your own experience, and you know how to help other people share their story. And you're an excellent storyteller. So this is how I want you to do it. So that's what positivity is. So if nothing else, I got revelation on what my purpose is and what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to be going live. I'm not going to be going live, but I'm going to be on my platforms for 7 days, sharing my journey of the revelation that I received from God in terms of paying attention. So you guys be sure to follow me, like, comment, share this video, and tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be on all my platforms. So if you go on YouTube, you will find me under Positivity with Tina Marie. I created a new TikTok, which is Positivity with Tina Marie. Now listen, I went viral on Tales by Tina Marie because of that's just what God wanted. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't even know what to do with that going viral at all. Sorry, got a little thirsty. I didn't know what to do with that at all. So I didn't do nothing but was going there doing silly stuff. But I've got to focus now. I got a niche, if that's what it's called. So you will find me on TikTok under Positivity with Tina Marie. You'll find me on Facebook under Positivity with Tina Marie, and you will find me on Instagram under Positivity with Tina Marie. You will also find me on LinkedIn. I gotta go double check to see if I changed to Positivity with Tina Marie. I believe that I did, because I don't know if it's just under Tina Marie. I think it's just under Tina Marie, but I will go over there and probably put a nickname, something up there if it allows you to do that. But I just want to say thank you to anybody that is watching, anybody that is going to share this for me. Thank you so much, because I cannot do it without you guys. I would like to do more over here on YouTube, so I'm going to start being a little bit more consistent. But listen, you guys, go ahead and study Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, okay, as we talk about paying attention, because when you study that scripture talks about for us to not lean into our own understanding, but to trust and acknowledge God, and He will direct our paths. And so what God has told me is that this journey is about healing for me, but it's more about the direction. Where is God placing my feet? Where is God placing your feet? Go ahead, drop some love in the comments. Share with me a time in your life, a place in your life where you felt like God wants you to pay attention. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, and I don't like to get distracted. I am one who can't stay on script, okay? So one thing that I know that in my study and in my meditation lately, God keep giving me the D word. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter. The D word. Oh, this is going to be so good. So when I finish this 7 days, we on to the D word. All right, you guys have a wonderful and blessed evening. Thank you for tuning in with me tonight. And just remember that I seriously love all y'all. In other words,